Hello there and welcome back to Strategic Command World War II. World at War as we continue our fight to the last bullet against Fafnir. In 1943, the first round of tournament. 1943 campaign, that is. Well, we're playing as Axis now, and the last turn, the group army, Italy, has been completely obliterated. In a routine fashion, or should I say Fafnir fashion, which consists of destroying the HQ. Now we'll see how that will pop for us. Of course, it's not. He will break through because he's got air power. Flee, you fool! Not far enough. How surprising. Now we'll see whether he will move his forces adjacent to my position. Now, we don't have zone of control there. It must be mentioned. But well, we don't have much of an anti-aircraft defense at the moment. Well, that's stronger than I expected. Now, this hex, it's a marsh hex. I'm actually surprised that he withdrew. Because I couldn't touch him in there. I cannot do anything against it. Let him land. I don't really care. We cannot protect coast against the missiles, so why should we bother? We'll hold the port for as long as necessary. And here we go with the maritime bomber action. But we don't dive. We don't dive here, remember. Oh, look at that. 3 shots and the sub is gone. No, we don't dive. And as I mentioned, that was a very likely scenario. We cannot hold that one. But it is what it is. I would expect a bombardment of port will commence. No, he has enough units. And the Batavia will be next. That's gone. 3 hits. 3 hits, folks. Remember that. Now you are in here to protect our little ship. Okay, he withdraws. That's good news because we don't need to hold as long of a line. Now I will be very surprised if you were to survive, but here we go. And Kharkov will be now next on the way to fall. Now that's something we cannot stop. To put it lightly. He shouldn't have the points to move into, because it's muddy, to my air power location. do anything about that. Now, you should only take 2 points of loss. As should you. I would of course prefer not to take any losses, but we can only do so much. So he wants to go for this one. Nah, we are going to destroy you. Do I have the garrison ready? Oh my dear lord. So that may be the carrier from the other side. From the west. Unfortunately, we won't hold the control of this hex because you can see the yellow part in here and I hover my mouse, but we will lose it because it's fully taken. This entrenchment doesn't care too much about it. We will make our stand in Burma. We will not leave this place. That I can swear to you folks. Goes, yeah. So did he invest more into anti-aircraft guns? Now we have nice 2 tanks that need to be upgraded. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I think Vienna might be just the location where they will be deployed, but we'll go to the far east first. Now, we shouldn't have much trouble escaping from that, but you never know, so we'll have to take a look. I would suggest that it is safe for us to travel away. Now, he's got anti-aircraft defense, as we can see. Now, we will have to detach you and actually remove you completely from that nice defensive hex, because we'll need you, my dude, to be in range. Now, do we dare to make a dive against them in Pelelu? And Guam, for that matter. Where is my sub? That's the last sub that I have. How sad. That will have to do with what we have, right? Let's move you a bit to the south still. Now that's unfortunate because you are outside of the range of HQ, it seems. And well, what can you do at this point? I'm not going to swap HQ with you, no way. But I will leave this hex open instead. I shouldn't make a move without my destroyers. New units, do I have the... Where is my maritime bomber coming through? Folks, let's give me the go. In 2 turns, actually more than 2 turns. Have to worry about it later. One point of entrenchment, right? Let's see what our mighty forces can achieve. Against such evil. Really nothing still. Well, will hurt you even more then, I would suggest. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Let's swap around. That should be the zone of control. Yes, indeed it is. Now, unfortunate news is that he survives, because we've of course missed our hit yet another time. How surprising. Some might even say, what a legend. Now he withdrew from this X. I would move in, but I know it is kind of difficult at this point. As expected. 6 supply. That's very surprising. How is that possible? Chaining all the way from here? So we would have to have another HQ in there. Well, no matter, we have to commit. Of course, 1 point. There is nothing more with grabbing a bit more territory. I think we should consider sending 1 unit out of here. The one that is not attached to anything of value. Can swap you around. Are you attaching to the correct stuff? Yes, you are. If we'll approach from here, we'll need supply from those hexes. Really? What a terrible move. On my part, I wanted to be in here. Well, I need to be in there, but I'm not sure he has units to actually counterattack at this stage. I mean, it should happen, right? Right? 20%? Nah, we don't hit those. He does, but not me. Now, speaking of that, technically we are in range. Do I sacrifice like a light cruiser to see what's going on? He shouldn't be in range of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16. We need to be in a range of 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to check those X's as well then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now the question is also, do I... Not that auto. Do I dare and hope that he doesn't have supply? He shouldn't be able to evacuate that quickly. So I think we shall go for it with the fighter. Right? Really, that's it. Yeah. We'll go with bomber now. because the fighter one was inadequate, to put it lightly. I was hoping that I would be able to kill him, but apparently not. Of course, we need to move a bit more ships to protect now my carriers. We've made our move, folks. Cannot allow him to take too big of a hold. And I will pray that he cannot land there. New units, only the German ones, okay. Only the German ones. Now we need you in Changsha. One of you can get closer to here. No, not fighters. I leave you there. Oh, that's a particular location. You can land in here and probably you would disappear. Let's begin in Hanoi. What a shameful performance. Shame on you, Japan. Shame. Across the garrison. That's relevant. It can be relevant. But I'm not sure whether I would commit to it. Escort carrier might be a better idea. We'll pray for the good waves. Now, Germany and stuff. In Italy, of course, it was a disaster, but not as big as I expected it to be. Now, we obviously take those odds. Supply of 10, Jesus freaking Christ. He landed another one in Trieste, look at that. How resourceful. Now, you can actually auto now. Now 4 points. He can make it to destroy the tank if the zone of control is down. Now I want you, well, I don't have the option to want you in this hex because we cannot reach that far. Fantastic. But we'll start with the what is granted. I would love to move a bit further than that. Did I say that it is a disaster already? Now that's a zone of control, so I will not be able to actually reach that hexes. Under no circumstances will it. Did I? No, I can still withdraw. Whatever is necessary, we will commit to that. Kill them all. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? That's the way you evacuate. Great, fantastic. I mean, if I do that, he will die. Is there a chance that maybe, just maybe, you can finish the job off? Please! Fuck me. Well, I guess that's it then. Not too much of a choice now. We cannot let him live. No way. But he will die instead. That should improve my... That's not as good as I was hoping for it to be. But well, we'll do what we need to. Speaking of what we need to do, we need to reinforce you. And we need to... Now, that's not snow. Frozen. But that's not frozen. So that shouldn't be frozen as well. And that's a town. And towns are nice. Do we go into the mountains? Or do we go down south? Decisions. Now, the most likely scenario is that we will get wrecked in the mountains because we don't have supply. I would like to see what we can achieve in here. 0 entrenchment. I wanted to do that because I can now move him in here and retreat back. Of course, I cannot operate him away now. Anyway, we can transfer you around. You can go in and protect yourself. Although I should have checked my attachments first. So do we go into the death zones? Again, that's the air power. Good against air power. Well, air power is good against this X, so I don't want to enter it, I'm afraid. Well, you've done something. How nice. You might die though. Now what do we have here? He's going to attack. We know that. Everybody knows that. No. 7, 2. Good value finally. Know that they are coming to get us. Now, did he make his move? I didn't actually quite catch it. We know he's going to encircle us. Now let's count. That zone of control, that's not. Not, zone of control, zone of control. No zone of control. If there is a strong possibility he can break through our lines now. The good news here is that we can take a look at the odds without consequences. They are not looking great. The odds, that is. And we are kind of down on the other aspects as well. We need to create zone of control, in other words. That zone of control now. That zone of control. And that's protecting my HQ. This is the other reason why I have done this. Now, we will suffer because of the artillery here. So I wonder whether I would make you suffer. No! Oh. Okay. Now we should be able to retreat. Finish you off. Good. Now this tank is in danger. There is no other way to put it. Not well. It is what it is. Now I want to actually scout a bit. See what's going on behind the lines. Not that tough of a line. So first of all, he actually silenced his artillery. Which is also a pretty important info. And that's marshes. All of it is marshes, which makes for a great point for us to attack. Now, unfortunate news is that we don't have the units to hold Gomel. That would be the unit to hold Gomel, and I might actually operate it. And we should also be informed about our situation in Anko Peninsula. Can we finish you off in a timely manner? Next turn it will be 0 supply. But I'm not sure we'll have till the next turn. Because I don't have the unit. We need to upgrade. We won't have the chance. Now, if I don't upgrade you, you will die. If I don't reinforce you, I mean. So my hands are kind of. That's a disastrous sex. I should have retreated. Well, hopefully we'll hold in the winter. Free supply, it's a disaster. Why did we get wrecked in here? No partisan suffering. Now, who do we strike against? We have a few targets. That's the good news in here would be that, well, that's not a Marshex, but that is as well. I think we're going to go for this dude. Let's finish him off, shall we, boys? Look at that, nice value. Good. Also, suffering losses is not good. Not as nice as they should be. Now, that should be enough to finish you off. Thank you. Now we should be able to retreat to a better position, away from danger. I should have attacked him in those phases, but fine. Now we dig in Polotsk, I believe. No. Do we diminish his ability to counterattack me? Operate away from here. To go melee. We need those units. Now you will go south. Near Vienna. You know what he's doing. It's always a tough choice, isn't it? Let's reinforce. We still hold the port. Surprise, surprise. Now we can even move here to enforce full encirclement room at the loss of supply. I like that idea. Very, very much. He's got good morale, but he doesn't have... But it will go down next turn, significantly. Now, unfortunately, we've lost you. Although... Let's do that. I'd rather sacrifice you than you. And speaking of that, you can deploy in grass. Now, I probably will upgrade you. I shouldn't. But I don't believe I have the unit that can hold the ground in Zagreb. Now, that's important because I've got an anti-partisan unit in here. Actually, it's worse than that. Now I can see that. We'll need to upgrade you. It is worse than that, folks. We could send you away. And probably you would auto-attach. No entrenchment though. Ton of value lost. Indeed, a ton of value lost. But can he take Zagreb with a tank and one corps that is in range? That zone of control against this tank? Self and protect mine. Now, I'm actually more worried about Budapest. He's got paratroopers. And that would be a disaster. I'm not too happy about it, but we need to buy some time. Speaking of the time, deploy in there. God knows we need to deploy in there. Now, I will upgrade those mines because, well, they are valuable to me. Still, do I bother with the HQ? I don't think I have 211 MPPs for that. Fighters? No way. Not when we have armies and corps. Now, I'm considering just smashing corps, because I could deploy 3 of those, but I have two armies and a corps. They are still better than armies and they are cheaper. Although they are not that great on the defense. We cannot afford this one, therefore I will afford this one. Did I invest into those guys? Yes. It's sketchy, but I know what he's trying to do. And I can operate you next turn. I mean, I think we have to risk it. I'm afraid. The good news is at least we are attached now. We'll hold into Pskov for as long as I can. Then we'll have to pray that we have enough units to actually do something, achieve something. Any sort of defense. How is my production line looking? Not great. Every unit we now lose is not going to return. Speaking of mines and protecting them, let's upgrade you. Not too happy with that, but we have to do what we have to do. He's going to attack. Somewhere we know it, that he is going to do it. The question is when. No, it's irrelevant whether I'm moving here or here. And here is in more danger, I think. Now, let's not leave Mimish open. Not at all. We'll save the remainder of points for what's about to come. I could reinforce you, but I don't know whether I should do so. And we will pray for terrible weather next turn. It's winter after all, right? It should be good for us. I'm tempted, I won't lie. Do we care about Powotsk or do we care more about Daugavpilis? Those two locations I need to definitely protect. But I want to delay them in here as well. We'll abandon Smolensk. Probably next turn. I expect that we'll have an issue in here next turn as well. Now, speaking of that, let's take care of you. Of course. Why is Meinstein not attaching to the most valuable units? But we are instead attaching to trash. I don't know. But I think that's it. We've lost a point on tank, because why shouldn't we? We should probably advance to the river line, especially on the Bokach checks. It's a pretty good, damn good hex, but we don't have the units to go in there. And if he were to cross, well, we would crush him as well. So that's not a completely terrible hex to leave those open. That's bad, but he's got air power, so that's more bad for me than for him. Let's try our luck. Okay, bro. Let's die instead, as they say. Do I dare? Let's do it. I've got you. Maybe, perhaps. And then we create wall around Helsinki. Protect it once and for all. Let's take a small look at the ports now. Not great, not great at all. Terrible, god awful, and that's a disaster as well. Japanese are not suffering as much, but they are still suffering. Hopefully that will come to bite him. We'll see whether he has another one. Actually, a bit surprising is that he cannot attack against him from the missiles. And by missiles I mean, of course, the amphibious vessels, because the port is ours and all of those are land axes. That's the question. Will he be able to take care of that? We'll see. But what I know is that that's it for now. No more stuff awaits us. So let's save the game. Now let's count from Warsaw. It should be this X, but I want to be sure. Because Warsaw is a major city, 12 supply, it actually should reach all the way to Minsk. And the hex outside of Minsk. But I like to build some entrenchment in the city itself. It's a key location, but protected by marshes, so it's a trash location, in other words. Now his tanks shouldn't be in range to attack us yet, if the weather will grant us that blessing. Clear, but this is marsh. I'm not seeing this line being secured in time. But we'll continue with the protection of the lakes. Now those are all clear hexes, so we'll have to go with 2, 2, and 3 in here. That is the plan. Probably not going to work out as expected. But, well, that's done. Now I wonder whether I should send him to protect the Nanjing, as I've mentioned. But I think not. I think the time of our advances in China is gone. And well, we'll do what we can do. Because I will actually upgrade you now. And let's reinforce you as well. Now the question is whether he will go toward Rangoon or not. Because it will... I would say that he will. Do we leave those locations as well? I'm not ready to. We will fight in Mandalay to the last. We will fall, but I don't care. Disaster in here. Not so great around here as well. But let's end it. Oh, I would have forgotten to move you out. But... if only, right? If only. We can actually force march him all the way here, but I cannot move him in there. Technically, now that I look at it, we could transport somebody in here to take care of it. Huh. You cannot because, well, we don't have a room. We could consider it. We know that he's got nothing in here. Bye-bye. No passive spotting from you, my dear. No passive spotting. At least one more gain in Japan. Not great, but not horrible either. You have to be prepared for what might come, as well as you. That was a mistake. I should have moved him around here. But still, it is what it is. Let's save once more. Upload, my dear. Let's go! Shit. Let's end the 1943 year on a high note. Wouldn't call it that, but still it's something. It could be worse, let's put it that way. That's not a bad location with the anti-aircraft guns around. Could be better though. I could use another HQ. That's pretty clear. I will need the one of special forces in the sex as well to protect my units. But well, as I said, it's time to end this year. What's my level of anti-submarine warfare? 2. It's too low to attack en masse. Shame, but it is what it is. I'm not going to bother with Saigon and such stuff. Yeah, take care of me. Have I forgotten to reinforce something? Probably a garrison in Dutch East Indies. But well, it's done, so who cares? That's it, folks. That's it. Firma will fight to the last. Pelelu will fight to the last. Something else might fall. Who knows? But we'll fight to the last man, as was promised. Well, hopefully that will end on a good note, with uploads being done properly. We'll see whether that will actually happen. But well, the 1943 year was a disaster, especially in Italy, where the group army was destroyed. We don't have the forces to contest the Soviets in the east. But well, Happy New Year, right? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.